A promising assessment feature of competency-based programs are intentional, explicit, and transparent design. A critical component of this is aligning the assessment method with the competency area and reported outcome. For example, a program graduate may report they have the competency of designing a software program. The value of the reported skill set relies on a meaningful and authentic assessment. When the individual is expected to design a software program, it is essential the assessment validating the competency prompted the individual to demonstrate the full skill set of actually designing a software program. A properly aligned assessment would include performance of the competency. If the assessment was not aligned appropriately, it may be that the assessment prompted the individual to write about the design of a software program. Although this may be an appropriate formative assessment to ensure the individual can identify the appropriate steps before performance is expected, the end goal is demonstration of the competency which aligns with performance. Let's take a closer look at meaningful and authentic assessment design. Key indicators of authentic assessment includes extension of teaching to doing. In other words, the instruction extends beyond providing the learner with knowledge skills to opportunities and assessment of performance. Authentic assessment means the learning journey and assessment practices are as closely aligned with the real-world application of competencies as possible. Instructors are teaching to and assessing with techniques that mimic situations of expected performance in the job role. This provides direct evidence of competency mastery, which means employers can be confident the individual possesses the skill set and will likely perform it successfully in the given job role. When you look at the following graphic, it displays levels of behavioral skills training, including knowledge skills, knowledge application skills, performance skills, fluency, and generalization. Distinguishing types of learning helps to appropriately align assessments. Oftentimes, it is difficult to extend learning to doing without background knowledge, such as terminology, fundamental knowledge, and theory. This type of learning is often aligned with assessment methods such as objective assessments. For example, multiple choice questions, true-false, matching, fill in the blank, or open responses, short answer. Another type of learning is knowledge skills application. Sometimes it is difficult to assess performance with certain competency areas such as integrity, for example. In a sense, one is demonstrating cognitive knowledge skills, but this is not the same as performance skills. This is why knowledge application and performance skills have been differentiated here. Knowledge application is best assessed with assessment tools such as open response, case studies, interviews, for example. One is reporting their knowledge of how to respond in a given situation. However, it is important to note that the assessment of knowledge application does not indicate one's actual behavior in a given situation. For example, you may be able to list and describe the elements of advanced level presentation skills. However, this does not necessarily indicate advanced level performance of presentation skills. Performance skills describes one's demonstration of the competency. For instance, the most meaningful assessment aligned with the competency would be doing an actual presentation. These considerations should be made throughout the entire learning process. It is often necessary to take a learner through all of these levels of skill acquisition, and assessments should continuously align throughout the learning journey. Once a learner has reached the level of performance, then fluency should be the focus. Fluency refers to the automaticity of the skill set. In other words, how automatic, natural, or fluent is the individual in using the skill set. If you remember the video of Dwight with active listening, he was demonstrating some of the behaviors associated with active listening, but he certainly was not fluent with active listening. Another consideration is generalization. Generalization refers to the transfer of learning across environments, individuals, situations, etc. Can the learner demonstrate the competency in a variety of situations? This takes practice across a variety of contexts. For example, instructors are often left confused when students are able to perform a skill set in the classroom, but not outside of the classroom. The reason is the lack of planning for generalization. Instructors must teach in a way that gives students practice with the skill set across a variety of settings, individuals, and situations. Fluency and generalization are best assessed through performance-based assessments such as products or simulations. Recognizing the levels of skill acquisition will give you a basis for aligning assessments.